Well, that was a typical Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes regular season game, Cody, for about 40, 50 minutes. And then
Ownership is retained.
that's right. Ownership is retained. I don't know what happened after that. I'm battling a cold here tonight. I'm going to try to get through it. Appreciate you guys all being here tonight. We weren't here the other night after the post-game show at the LA Kings, but we'll be here tonight. We'll be here tomorrow night. But Cody, where do we even go with this? We probably had a different script about 40, 50 minutes into this one.
Well, I'm going to just stick with the same script I had before the comeback was. I was going to give credit to Carolina because I thought they played a pretty good game. They're a lot more physical than I've ever seen them when we play against them. Though most of the big hits they had were clean, so I had no problem with it. Besides that, I thought the Panthers played a pretty good game even when they were down 3-0. There was nothing.
Yeah, and that's what our host, Nick Levine, who's going to be coming back from the rink. I think he's going to be joining us in a little bit. He said the same thing to me when we were down 3-0, and I agreed with him.
I'd take that game any day. It's just Carolina's a good team, and you're not. And when you go against a Carolina, that's when you kind of need the Barkovs and the Kachucks a bit more, just because you need that. You need that game breaking ability, and
just to give credit to Carolina, I think if they ended up closing this game out and not giving it away there in the last 10, 15 minutes, but also the Panthers took it from them, I think you give credit to Brandon Bussey and net. I think defensively, every guy for Carolina made a play tonight. Panther fans were maybe getting frustrated to me with tweets and when I was saying stuff during the game. But I was like, they're doing a good job. And Randy even mentioned on the broadcast, they're tying guys up. They're taking advantages away from the Panthers that normally the Panthers can get from teams, right? And you saw it at the end of the game. That's what we do to Carolina in the playoffs. But in the regular season, those are how those games kind of go. 1-0, 2-0. Like a little mistake here, a little mistake there when the Panthers pinched. Aho gets that goal, and you feel that could be a backbreaker, right? Especially with how we play against Carolina in the regular season.
Then you have that power play goal, which should have never been a penalty in the first place. Let's just get that out the way. I mean,
the fans were probably at all-time frustration level point when that happened. Like you call a trip on it, I don't even think you could call a cross-check on it.
That's not.
Cody,
that's nothing.
You and I call it, I think very even, Steven.
That's not nothing.
It's nothing, right? And you see Paul Maurice's look. If you guys were at the rink, he was like,
he did the like. It's just you can't call that. I mean, that's not a trip. That's just not a good call. I didn't like the refs tonight, to be dead honest with you. We got away with one in overtime when Jarvis went screaming into that goalpost. Hopefully he's all right.
Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully this doesn't affect his Olympics. I thought Seth Jarvis was one of the best players out there on the ice. What call did you want there, Cody?
That's a trip by Erod. Let's call a spade. That's a trip. Like
Jarvis does the inside triangle move and he's going towards the net there.
Yeah,
I'll have to take another look at it. I thought it was a
but Erod sticks in his skates. That's a trip.
Okay.
But at the same token, I thought there were a couple missed calls on Carolina, especially in the game. I thought they got away with a couple hooks here and there.
How about some interferences by Carolina?
Just they are.
If the refs are going to call the game tight, which they did right from the beginning, and they let everyone play, but they called infractions. You need to call those infractions on Carolina on those interferences.
Yeah, but no, it's just but going into the Panthers here, Sam Reinhart ties it up. Another clutch guy. I thought Erod was buzzing the whole night. Let's see.
I want to say Brad Marchand. I thought he didn't have his game tonight. He was very slow into it, and then when the team turned the game around, that's when he got going.
You know what's funny? There was a move where he nearly cut in and had himself all alone, but Ekblad was in the zone because he lost his skate blade.
That part of the game there?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, Marchand is starting to corner a little bit there.
Because I feel like he was fighting it tonight, and he was a little slow behind a step, like for his age. He's been our MVP all year, and then right after that moment, like you mentioned there, and right about that point of the game, he just turned it up, and the crowd was going crazy on that shootout attempt. He was just flying there. So it's just even when Brad Marchand doesn't have his A game or even his B game, he does something like this tonight. Unbelievable.
And then Lundell saved the damn game with that takeaway by Sveshnikov.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, we're in trouble here. And I thought going into overtime, I said this to you off air. This is where Carolina steals some of these games.
They were horrible in overtime. I mean, like they had like what, a minute 30, and they didn't know what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they truly did not know what they wanted to do. Like, and it's just like they were stuttering at the red, and it was just kind of just all bad or whatever. And then, but just once again, Panthers are resilient. I mean, Sam Bennett finally driving the net like he needs to, and gets that big goal to make it 3-2.
Now, we got this comment here, and I wanted to mention this on Brad Marchand today. I've got so much comments in our community, like, Sam Bennett, Cody, he's just working his way into the season. He's just taking his time. Brad Marchand hasn't done that this year. Brad Marchand has something to play for in February. Like, I hope Sam Bennett thinks he does as well.
He's legit.
But what's the difference of Sam Bennett working his way into the season versus Brad Marchand? Brad Marchand's a lot older. He has a lot more tread on his tires. So again, I was just thinking this tonight, and this comment kind of brought it up here to me. But now you're seeing Sam Bennett play his game. You're seeing Carter Verhaeghe play his game. You're seeing at times the first pairing show you a little bit more in games where they need to be a bit more defensive lockdown. But right now, I think Seth Jones is driving play from the back end. I know Nick's going to come in here from the rink. Hopefully he gets here before we go off air tonight. He's going to say, Kirby, this guy's a horse. How he's skating at the rink, just how he's moving out there on the ice. Like, I could tell on TV, if you're at the game, Cody, it takes it to another level when you see a defenseman do what he did tonight.
Look, like Bennett's playing a lot better. I did not like his game against LA. I know he scored, but he had about 3 or 4 chances that just kind of went by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
But the number one center, no.
That's I was like, he was down there on the 3C spot when we didn't have Barkov in the lineup. We just got pumped the brakes here a little bit. I'm also getting comments with Matthew Tkachuk. I might as well mention it now. I think when he comes back, he's going to be on the second line. And people were asking, what do you think his power play utilization is going to be? He's going to tell Paul Maurice to leave him out there for 2 minutes straight on the power play.
Like when he comes back to power play 1, he probably takes Bennett's spot on power play 1 just because you don't want to take Verhaeghe off because he's your best wrist shot guy on the team. You're not taking Marchand off. He's been your best forward all year. Jones is a lock. Reinhart's a lock. So I think Bennett's probably the odd man out, but he's better on power play 2 anyway. That's where he scored all of his power play goals on the playoffs.
And power play 2, what happens? You get the puck behind your own net, you do the line change, and then you're going up the ice. Sam Bennett loves that. Yeah. Right? Go up the ice, make something out of nothing, and try to create a scoring chance at the end of a power play.
Yeah, just he does better in chaos. Where if you
this game turned into,
you're trying to script, like if you're trying to script a game, I don't think Sam Bennett should really your guy. But looking at the face-off numbers here tonight, Bennett 12 of 23, Erod 18 of 29. Lundell 9 of 15 tonight. Erod 18 of 29. Whew.
I told you before we came to air here, Cody, they're really utilizing Erod a lot in this game tonight. Like, did you see in the 3-on-3 overtime defensive zone draw? He was out there taking the face off.
Yeah,
I think he was out there. Was he out there with Reinhardt and Jones? He was out there with Jones. I can't remember the forward.
But Bennett with 10
really leaned on Erod tonight, and I thought he came through in big moments. And you're going to see it, like, it's not going to be in your face like the Bennett night, like how Marchand's night turned out, how Reinhardt did. Hey, isn't it nice, everyone, when a teammate could find Reinhardt in the bumper?
Like, what the hell? Like, we got Nick right here with the burner.
They won't read my comments. Did he say, Nick, we've got so many comments. I'm going through them. I haven't got to the recent ones. I'm going through them.
Yeah, Nicholas Levine -E8Z7C.
Nick's got to get on us, right, Cody?
What? Yeah, but Bennett's turned it on, and guess what? I just want to take my victory lap here. Remember when all you guys were like, we need to make a trade? No, we didn't. We needed Bennett and Verhaeghe to get their heads out of their ass, and look where we're at now.
What, second in the division?
Oh, yeah. And we have a chance to be first tomorrow.
Oh. Now, Cody, my tweet took off a little bit this week. I do
defense
think market, not for a forward, but for a defenseman, first of all.
Yeah,
how do you like that?
I mean, I don't mind it. We don't need a forward, really. Who the hell? Like,
well, if Erod's playing the way,
like you
Erod's
see, like you see,
18 for 27 in the circle.
18 of 29 in the
29.
circle.
Okay, I'll take that. I don't
Yeah.
remember him taking close to that many draws this year and winning maybe half of those. So again,
Yeah,
but like how he's really played is a testament to this team right now.
Yeah, for me, it's just like you see Ben and Verhage actually play well, and you guys were getting on us saying no, we need to make a move. Look, if those guys were not going to get it together this year, there was no need to make a move. But now you're starting to see those guys get into gear. Verhage has been our best player for the last 5-6 games.
I'm not a doctor here, and I don't play one on TV or on YouTube channel. But I want to say Jarvis might have got away with not breaking his wrist there, because if he breaks his wrist, I think he's out for 48 weeks. And
I think it's something midsection.
Like if he gets away with a slight crack that he can play through or something like that, because he's going to want to play through for the Olympics.
Look,
chance.
Like
they
missed that call. That was it.
I'll go back. I'll go back and take a look at it.
Like his sticks and his skates. It's a penalty at the same token. But the thing is, at the same token, that's a penalty. They were also given a power play with that damn Marchand trip, so it evens out really.
And then the Panthers, I think a story of tonight, they pulled the goalie, which a lot of people looking at, they don't like what Paul Maurice does with the goaltending, goaltender being pulled, but they pull the goalie there and they create some momentum off of that. Some close calls there, but Seth Jones coming back on a play. You mentioned Anton Lundell, right? Sam Reinhart.
And we have some Carolina fans in the chat, and they're on and on about that call. But here's the thing. You can't blame the refs when you blow a 3-0 lead with 10 minutes to go. You can't do it. You guys were known for shutdown hockey. And
this comment you mean here?
Yeah, like you guys blew a 3-0 lead. You don't blame the refs for that one. We scored none of those goals in the power play.
You know, Brandon Bussey has a great night, but then you're like, well, what happened at the end of the game to give up a 3-goal lead? You kind of got to look at that.
Like,
Panthers played the best hockey at the end of the night.
That's on their team, not on the refs. Yeah. Like, if the
can we talk about Sebastian Aho and Ehlers? Why is Ehlers trying to be a fake tough guy? Hey, Ehlers, your biggest proponent guys are the chart boys. Let's see what you do come playoff time, because you haven't done anything in the playoffs in your whole.
He hasn't done much for them this season either way.
If you're going to come and chat to Lundell, he can show his 2 Stanley Cup rings. And what have you done, Ehlers? How old are you now? When was your draft class?
Aho has been slow as of late. The only reason I know that is because I have him on my fantasy team. He had like no points in 6 straight or whatever, something like that.
And then Aho decides to go off against us. But Aho, he is the most greasiest Finn since Esa Tikkanen, I tweeted out. Or I put in our group chat. Like, this guy is so greasy.
He plays with that edge, but at least unlike Ehlers, he actually does something. Like, Ehlers, like, no one wants to say it. He's been a complete waste of money for Carolina. Like, it just...
We can use our indoor voices here, Fernando. We can use our indoor voices, but yes.
Like, if it's like a close game, then I can hear it. But like you blew a 3-0 lead. It should never got to overtime. So,
yeah, and a good point here by Fans Den as well.
Oh no, Bussey played amazing.
Yeah, like I would still almost give him a star in this game. I'm not putting that on him, but all the plays in front of the net, where did that go from Carolina? Because they were tying up Panther players all night. So could they not handle that extra guy out there on the ice? Because they were doing a good job on the Panthers all night of getting to that home plate, even getting to those high danger scoring chance areas. I know the Panthers recorded a lot early on, and those were nice saves by Bussey, but I thought they did a good job in front of Bussey in the crease area until that last 5-10 minutes.
And you want to hear something funny about Ehlers too, Kirby? Mm-hmm. He's on the second power play unit for them now.
Oh, he's been demoted.
He only had 23 seconds of power play time tonight.
Ooh. So maybe a little clash there with coach and player.
Like,
hey, we got to give a shout out to Bob here, role model, great point.
Oh no, Bob!
I thought Bob was good all night, and Nick sometimes gets on the goalies, and he'll message me. I'm leader of the goalie union. Nick said, "Kirby, I like Bob's game tonight, regardless of being down 2-3 goals. I like what I've seen from Bob tonight."
There wasn't really much.
Bob made huge saves on Seth Jarvis tonight. Those blocker saves, those in tight chance plays. He really locked in on Jarvis. Jarvis had 3-4 high quality scoring chances that Bob shut down. And if those go in, Cody, it's game over.
And It's just like the goals he gave up, like the rebound, that was just it was just more unfortunate because Balinskis broke his stick. We only playing with 4 sticks on the ice, basically. Goes to rebound. Credit to Carolina. That's their bread and butter. That's how they play. The second goal was the Aho breakaway. That's when Forsling got caught at the blue, and they went the other way. That was just a good goal by Aho. I mean, it's a breakaway. I don't really get mad at goalies for not stopping breakaways. Really, it's a breakaway. It's tough. And then the third one, I don't know what Mikkola was doing on that play, because he just leaves his spot and just goes up high for some reason. And that opens up the down low play, which creates the whole shot and that rebound chance by Aho, who's Johnny on the spot and knocks it in. I mean,
the one play that drove me nuts tonight was the Forsling pinch, and then Ekblad flies all the way over. I know Nick's going to get into Ekblad. What are you doing there on the Aho goal, right? And that was like, we eliminated a lot of those plays tonight. But that one there, and I thought it could have been backbreaking. But I know what Carolina does to us.
I know what Ekblad was trying to do. He was trying to cut off the play at the boards because it was going towards the boards. Well, he was there a bit late, and they get the pass through.
But I don't think he's doing a good job with Forsling where they're communicating like, okay, fans, and you know this, Cody, fans want Forsling to be a 60, 70-point guy, play power play minutes, jump up and rush, and then they want Ekblad to be the guy back. But it doesn't work. When Forsling goes up, Ekblad's cheating really hard down the wall in a 1-goal game, down the wall to try to activate and create some offense. Who's going to be the guy back? Like our forward? Like it's not going to work when you don't have Alexander Barkov out there with Sam Reinhart. It ain't going to work.
But I need Forsling to be the one back because if he has the reputation of being one of the best defensive defensemen in the NHL, he needs to be the one back because his offensive bag, he's got what, 2 things?
Yeah, and when he jumps up in the play, it's not creating as much as what it's taking away from us. But Ekblad has also come out, and the media has said this about Ekblad. He's reworked his game. He's now a defensive defenseman. Well, Ekblad's still thinking that offensive mindset, and he's jumping up there when Forsling has the puck. I don't like that. If he has the puck, you got to be the guy back. You got to be watching. He's way down that wall there, right?
Yeah, but out of the 2, who do you want pinching up in the play? I want Ekblad. Like, that's the thing.
I'm at a standstill with it. I have a hard time figuring out who it should be and who it is.
It should be Ekblad, because Ekblad can actually probably toe drag a guy and make a play. Forsling's just going to get checked.
But when he gets taken out of the play and he's not been able to get back this year, because I think there's been a lot of fatigue in his game and different things.
Then
that's where the problem.
But then that's the system.
And no Barkov.
Right? But that's the system right there. The forward has to get back. If the defenseman pitches, the forward has to support. That is the system.
But they don't realize without having Barkov there, it ain't so easy.
But then that's on the forward. That's not an Ekblad if he's playing the system.
They're still adjusting to that, right? But I also think the defense But the defense also has to know they're not playing with Barkov. They're playing with different forwards. You have to know that as a defense.
But here's the thing. The forwards got to know the system. They have to go back and support.
They do. AJ's been bad on it this year. Guy like he's trying, but Erod can only do so much from the center position, Cody, coming back on plays. What do you expect Erod to do when Tage Thompson's coming down the ice? Or any guy you could pick on.
I don't know. Check the puck off of him. I don't know. Pray.
It's like
at least we got 2 back.
Right? Like hope and pray. I want to have a defenseman back, right? Like in a 1-goal game, Cody, right? That's something I know.
Yeah, but you're the one down one. You're not up one. You're down. Yeah, and especially with
there's no need to panic there.
Yeah, but it's like less than 10 minutes to go. Like the defensemen are going to be aggressive there. The forwards got to support. That's the system. Like,
hey, but you got to keep that same energy for Mikkola and Jones if they're doing that.
I never had a problem with it. Mikkola just drives me nuts when he does he has the puck and he goes behind the net. He's the only defenseman I've ever seen that goes behind his own net, behind the ozone net consistently.
I've told you that's bothering me this year. Hey, Pep's in the chat here.
Does Erod get suspended? No. It should have been a penalty, but no, that's not suspendable. That's a 2-minute trip.
No, I didn't even see it like Cody did, so it's not suspendable.
Look, it should have been a penalty. Let's get that out the way. I'm going to call a spade, but it's not suspendable. It's a 2-minute penalty. He tripped them. It's unfortunate that Jarvis barreled into the boards, but he was flying.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. it felt like a playoff game on TV, just how the broadcast was, like the energy in the building. And I do give credit to the fans. They did get going there when I think the Panthers went down a couple of goals. There was some chance there. Hey, let's kind of get this going. Even if you're ultimately not going to make the comeback, it gave a little bit of juice and energy in the building. And sees you were there probably. Nick's going to come back from the ring. I hope fans weren't getting discouraged at the rink because pucks weren't going in. I thought the process and the thing that the Panthers were doing were really good, Cody, and how they were applying different things. I thought they missed some of their shots, but I liked the shots that they did take. It wasn't low quality. It was very high quality shots. They missed a couple places in tight, but Bussy's a big goalie and he's taking away angles and he's playing very well right now. So he's in a group, right?
That says a lot about Carolina's, goaltending issues when Bussy's kind of usurped like only one spot. And I know they've been off and on hurt this year.
As always.
As always. But it's just.
But they have a way of finding goalies to work within their system, and they might have one again.
It's just with Carolina in the regular season, they don't need like they just need a goalie because I think their system's kind of goalie proof. It's just when you get to that conference finals, Stanley Cup final, that's when that's when it kind of starts to show a bit.
Yeah. So, because you've had so much games, like fans don't think about this log during the year. And we've talked about this all the time, Cody. It's hard to go back 1A, 1B, flipping those goalies like they did in 2023. They're like, oh, Freddie can't go in game 2. We got to put a Ranta in net. I'm like, okay, and we're running with Bob.
Look, look at the Oilers. They went flip-flop of goalies, and when Pickard failed, it was game over after that.
Yeah, you can only do it like once. You can't flip-flop back and forth within that playoff run, and then you're in trouble. Now, Vegas, it worked for them when Broussard went down.
But they did it because of injury. They didn't do it because of performance.
Yeah,
so that's also the difference of it. It's like they tried to get Kochekov in game 3 this past year just because, they try to get a momentum switch or whatever in that case. And he was good for 2 periods. And then doors blown off on him again.
Good point by RC there, Cody. I thought they are playing the Panthers game where they're activating their defense. They were keeping pucks alive. We were struggling to get things out. And Carolina, they mentioned on the broadcast, their speed really slowed down in that last 10, 15 minutes. And a good call there by Randy and Goldie broadcast. And that's when the game flipped. But yeah, Carolina was flying tonight.
One thing I got to point, Taylor Hall leveled AJ Greer.
They were going at
leveled him.
And I'm not going to use the word target. They just went at him, and they went at him. And I think, AJ Greer, if you're upset, like, drop the gloves and fight. Like, I don't know. Like, you're not going to get an instigator there if you're going to drop the gloves because they were taking runs at him, and it's like, well, at a certain point, you got to do something there, right? He's becoming a bit of a pest and agitator for sure.
If you want me to be honest with you, if there's anyone on the team I would like them to go after, it's AJ Greer. Like,
what? Like, oh, you can go to the box? Oh, we'll take that trade off.
Yeah, I'll take the trade off. Like.
Right? And what about Ehlers coming up to friggin' Lundell there? Like you can't call a penalty there. It's like you're coming up and already the penalty's been called. You're mad because of
who does he think he is?
Well, he doesn't comes right up to him, punches. Like,
what back your ass up, right? Like you ain't gonna.
That's
do
what
nothing.
People don't see. They always get on the Panthers and say we're the bullies. They don't see things like this.
And guess what?
Doesn't get broadcast.
And guess what? He stepped up, got punched in the face.
Lundell's like, "What do you want?" Right? Like, what do you want? And Erod jumps on a guy. Jones. That was a greasy play. I know Nick.
Oh, by Walker.
That was
at the end.
By Walker. Greasy play. Trying to run at Reinhart. You went at Reinhart at the other end. He ran at you on a hit. It's clean. And then you run at him in a vulnerable position. Reinhart could have broke his jaw there. Could have broke his nose. There could have been some serious damage there.
But shout out to Pucks for Autism for Big C's dropping the puck today. That could be why we won. Big C's, baby.
There we go. Nick's saying to me earlier tonight, he's like, what, is Big C's hitting the drum or something tonight? Because I sent him a little drum emoji. I'm like, no, I'm just excited for the game tonight against the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm like, I'm not calling Big C's for hitting the drum tonight.
And here's the thing. Like, I already couldn't stand Carolina, but it was more so because of, the Carolina Divers back in like the early 2010s.
So he's going back times. And I'll call them intermediate, longtime Panther fans. Maybe not OGs, but longtime Panther fans remember those days, Cody.
Yep. But another thing, what's kind of funny is our biggest worry was our goal scoring for a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are currently we actually have 3 more goals scored than the Tampa Bay Lightning in the same amount of games. We have we have 11 more goals scored than the New Jersey Devils. So we're tied with Montreal.
What's the stat you had on Montreal tonight?
Oh, they as of right now, they have allowed the second most goals in the Eastern Conference.
They've had games where they've got the doors blown off of them, but they've had games where they've won these high event games, 4-3 in overtime, maybe some 5-4 ones if I'm not mistaken.
But granted, their goaltending has not been the greatest.
Mostly Montevo, you could take a W on that. My brother says he's trash and he doesn't want him anywhere close to Team Canada. They keep Team Canada this year. But Fowler, I told you about, you're like, Kirby, he's not ready. So there's a little bit of a W for you and a little bit of W for me.
We'll see with Fowler.
And Dobosh, you didn't believe in Dobosh.
I still don't.
Cody, I'm making a hot take now. I'm going to put it on the record here. I know it's not an Olympic show. If USA is going to get upset, it could be in a quarterfinal to Czechia with Dobosh in net or Dostal. You heard it here first.
There's no blame blue hell Dobosh is playing over Dostal.
Okay, well, I'm just including both of them. But that's a scary goaltending duo in a short tournament, Cody. You agree with that?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
It depends. Dostal's very
something about Czechia. Right?
Dostal's very up and down.
I think he's a big game goalie. Just hasn't had a chance in Anaheim.
Well, he's going to have a chance this year at the rate they're going. They're probably going to make the playoffs.
You know how I feel about Dostal. I put him in there with Joseph Wall. I know another guy that can't
they're second in the Pacific. Yeah, I think outside of big collapse, they should be in.
Cody, I want to make an announcement here because I know we have a lot of stuff before we go to the ad break. I want to give a shout out to our guy, Kyle Drake. He's over on the X platform side. He always joins us as a listener. He can't come in too often as a speaker because I think he drives truck or he does some type of job where he's working long nights, and he'll listen to us a lot of times on the post-game show over on X. So Kyle Drake's become our second gold member. You guys can sign up. Make sure you guys look on our YouTube home channel page for more details. Make sure you're on desktop version when you join, because on your Apple phones or your mobile devices, sometimes you're not going to be able to find it. So just go onto the browser itself, put desktop version on, and you should be able to join.
This is a little nugget right here, and it's actually kind of funny. The bottom 7 teams in the NHL are all in the Western Conference.
Yeah, there was some tweet out today by Pierre LeBrun that was saying about the discrepancy in the standings. And those are the teams that are going to be sellers. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow night on After Dark. We're going to take your questions. Hit me up on Instagram or on X. We're going to talk your guys' question the second half of tomorrow. We'll talk about the Blues and Panthers, and then the second half we'll get into trade talk, Olympic talk, any questions you have.
And unfortunately, your Seattle dream kind of just fell off the wayside there.
Okay, Cody, but I found out something today from my boy Jim Behringer. Do you know who's a UFA at the end of this year with the Seattle Kraken?
Vince Dunn?
I don't think he is. Take it forward, Cody.
Oh, Marchment.
And none other than my guy, Mason Marchment. So I don't know if there's going to
be that I knew. That I should have known.
Do you think there would be more of a deal with the Panthers with him in the trade deadline scenario, or more so in July 1st?
I don't think they need him.
But you don't know who's going to be here next year. What the plans? I understand right now when you have Erod, you have
everyone in the top 9 is locked.
But man, a line of Lundell, Reinhart, and Marchment. Again,
how injured do we have to be for that to be a line again?
Well, if Barkov's not coming back. Because then you have a line of Kachuk, Bennett, and Marchand possibly.
But for the same salary, rather just bring in a D. He's making 4.5.
Because I think that really solidifies what you would have in the top 6. And then your third line, you got options with Mackey. I guess Swaggy would be there.
You've been harping for a D,
on the third
but
line.
you would forego a D to bring back Marchment?
No, I don't know if I would go that far, but I'm not turning down the opportunity if there's some retention there, which I think Seattle.
Yeah, but
I think the D is the more priority. But I'm just saying you might have another forward added there, depending on when Barkov's coming back.
But just another thing. Those cane sweaters are horrible. I'm sorry. The roads, they're so bad.
Cody has ranked Carolina pretty low on the jerseys, and I can't blame you.
They can't get a jersey right. That's just the one thing. Like, it's just for them to have for a good jersey, they may have to switch the logo.
I don't know.
It's so tough that by the way, check out Big C's latest pod episode with Corey Cubano from the Savannah Bananas.
Yes, for sure. Check that out with Caesar. Big episode there for C's.
Then Lusto Marchi Lindell needs to say, hypothetically, Bennett Kachuk Marchment would be great. I don't want Marchment and Kachuk on the same line. Like, we already have Kachuk.
That's interesting.
we already have Kachuk struggling to skate.
The only reason I'd be with Dan there, with Lundell staying on a third line, because Marchand is there. If Marchand was not with this team, I'm having Lundell in the top 6. No ands, ifs, or buts. But because you have Marchand and that possibility to play on a third line, then you have that. Now that could be a second line as well if you don't get Barkov back.
Just
Barkov back, you can have a line of Erod, Verhaeghe, and then that's like your third line, which, is your checking line at that point, and that's going to cause teams a lot of problems and things like that. But we'll get into more of the Barkov time.
Look, the one thing I did think about, I said it already, was if Kachuk does come back and you don't want to break up the Bennett, Verhaeghe, Marchand line, you know what you could do is take Lusto, throw him on Erod's wing, and go Erod, Lusto, Mackey.
What are you trying to make that line into? A hybrid line? Because it's not really a shutdown line with Mackey.
It's not a hybrid line, but it's also a checking line. We don't really have like a shutdown line. That'd be the first line, but
because I think some teams would use that for a checking line. I just wonder with Paul Maurice and staff if they would put Mackey in that.
And then you run Lundell, Reinhart, Kachuk.
Yeah, which you've mentioned that before with Kachuk, right? I think Kachuk has so good a chemistry with Lundell.
But then again, I wouldn't be shocked if they start Kachuk on the fourth line. I mean, no, not the third line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people have asked me that. I don't see that. You see that, really?
Just to get him acclimated?
Because I'm thinking, like, okay, sure, but he's going to play similar minutes, and he's not going to play that role deployment of a shutdown guy. But he's going to be on the second line.
Oh, appreciate it. Yup. Philip Deneau is going back to Le Canadien de Montreal.
Oh, is that official? Wow.
Yep. Frank Saravalli just tweeted out. Go Hefco has acquired Philip Deneau from the LA Kings in exchange for a 2026 second-round pick.
Wow. So, Cody, I told you Montreal was really hunting for a 2C guy. I think this is a guy you can have. And you talked about them lacking defensive forwards. Now they got
They needed one badly, and I'll stand on it. They needed one badly.
You said at the beginning of the year with Montreal, well, I don't know who's going to kill penalties. You know who leads the NHL with forwards for shorthanded ice time, average ice time?
With the Habs?
No, he's on the Habs. Yeah. Check this the other night. And then the other guy is top 10 or top 12.
Newhook? No, he's hurt.
Jake Evans. And then
he's about the only one.
Top 12. So I told you for our previous show for Montreal, those two guys are going to be a heavy load, and they have been. They're both top 12.
But they're trying to play all of it. And I think MJK, he was the one that won our ticket contest.
Michael Wallace gave him the tickets, so it kind of was a member to a member exchange there. Yep.
So really a special team. It was what a great win, a well played game. Reality check for the Canes. Is Boquist going to be moved? Him and Mackey out for an impact 4. I want Boquist moved. Period.
I think Boquist could be moved, and I don't know anything on this, but I think Boquist could be moved in a defenseman deal,
just to move salary out.
A forward deal, or it could be something else where it could be a separate deal just to move the salary. So he could be moved in multiple different ways. I just think he's like the odd guy out.
Bennett's always driven me nuts a bit just for the stuff that he kind of does, where it's like, the penalties, missing the net 1,000 times, then the face-offs a bit when it's like at his worst.
He's getting better.
He's getting better, but Boquist has usurped that spot because it's just at Boquist Sports, he's pure uselessness. Like, and it's just not good. But I guess
here I'm struggling.
we have reached about the 30-minute mark. I guess now is a great time to take a break and hear a word from our sponsor, CatsNR.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? CatsNR in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. CatsNR has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
And let's hear another word from our other sponsor, Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA, bringing a competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all three zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock is ticking. Let's go for the cup. Reach out now at becksellsfla.com, and that is becksellsfla.com. But and also shout out to our boy Les Dunbar at Your Sports Memorabilia Store. YouTube members, listen up for your chance to win a Sam Bennett 20x14 autograph frame.
It's Matthew
Kachuk now. Matthew Kachuk 20x14 autograph frame Stanley Cup photo donated to us from Les Dunbar, Your Sports Memorabilia Store. Dual certified from YSMS and the players themselves. YSMS is the official memorabilia provider for Brad Marchand. Visit Les's store online at www.yoursportsmemorabiliastore.com. Good luck and stay tuned to the Cats and Rats YouTube channel.
Yeah, and one more thing here, Cody. We didn't do this off the top. I'm just going to wipe this away. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. There's still about 30-40% of you that are new viewers that haven't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second or two. You can do that right now. Like this video. You can like it right now on the live, and then the replay in the morning. Make sure to give us a thumbs up before you start the video. We appreciate that. Comment on all of our videos. Under our live tab, we just released our new podcast episode unveiling our roster projections for Team Canada and Team USA. That's on the latest episode of the Cats and Rats. You can find it here on the YouTube channel or over on Apple and Spotify. Purchase a super chat donation. You can do that right now tonight. We appreciate that whenever we're live. Helps us keep independent, free of networks. Buy your own membership. You can upgrade your own membership like we just mentioned with the Matthew Kachuk thing. Make sure you are a gold or silver member on that to have a chance to win. You can gift memberships. We appreciate our guy Jack last week gifting multiple memberships to everyone in our community here. So if you see your screen name as green, that means you've been gifted a membership if you haven't purchased one prior, and access to many other great perks. Like we mentioned, MJK, I reached out to him because Michael Wallace had tickets to give away for the LA Kings game. And he got some club level seats, some pretty nice seats there. And he came home with 2 points and a victory that night, MJ.
Yeah, but moving forward here for the Panthers now, closing the book on this great comeback win. And just saying, Kirby, I guess I'm going to start asking this question. Who was your player of the game for tonight?
Oh, I thought there were so many guys, Cody, for player of the game. Oh, man. I don't really know how to answer that. I'm going to give like an unsung hero award. You know how they do in the locker room sometimes after a big win? I'm going to give it to Erod. Look at those face-off numbers that you mentioned earlier tonight. You can bring those up again. Give us Erod's stat line there, Cody, if you have it. I'm going to give it to Erod.
Give me one moment. Erod with two points tonight, which were both assists, had 6 shots on goal, 2 takeaways, though then again, I don't know how the hell they calculate takeaways. He was 18 of 29 in the face-off circle, 1947 of ice time here tonight.
Wow. 1947 ice time. Hit the wow button because you can hit it for Goldie, but you can
damn right. Wow. Holy
hit
shit.
Hit the button.
Holy shit.
Wow. You wanted to move forward. Wow.
I know, but Snurs, we mentioned him earlier, but Seth Jones is probably my player of the game
I
here
came
tonight.
in at the right time. This guy is a horse, an absolute horse. I mean, first of all, you could tell the skating ability is just off the charts. I know Forsling's they're different skaters. Forsling's very agile, but like Jones is a heavy, big guy skating. Like it's just honestly, it reminded me of like a prime Seth Jones night. Really did. Like played half an hour tonight. I mean, was just outstanding. I mean, you're starting to see the guy we traded Spencer Knight in a first-round pick for. I don't think this was a guy that just comes in, plays the right side second pair. I think this is a guy that has an ability to kind of return to form, so to speak. I think he's done that. He's been excellent tonight. There's positives and negatives with the injuries, right? Because certain guys step up and you find like Evan Rodriguez, I thought another guy had an outstanding night, as he's been probably our most consistent player this year, I'll put it that way. But Seth Jones, one of the positives and negatives is I really was going to look forward to see what he could have done on the power play if Barkov and Kachuk are here, or if they had a full healthy lineup, right? But the other part is, I mean, you're starting to see the power play run kind of a bit more naturally as opposed to set plays. And, you know, I think that, I mean, again, Lundell to Bennett to Rodriguez, you have those three centers playing very well right now. And I think this is actually a game. I said it to Kirby after the second. Like, I didn't mind our game. Like, if we lost that game, I was still pleased with it.
Yeah, no, that game was fine. Like,
I mean, we were playing good. We had opportunities. I found that, you know, Bussy made a couple really nice saves, but there were times like where the puck, when we got on net, we were right around there, but we didn't quite get to the puck.
Nurs, we talk about this all the time. Stay locked in.
I think we were about, for a little bit, like for certain opportunities, a half a foot to a foot off, you know, time and, you know, something like that. So I just think, sorry, the adrenaline is still like fucking flowing. Like that was an unreal atmosphere.
I said earlier, I was pumped up even for overtime. And like these freaking Carolina dastardly devil, they always pull it out, you know.
Well, I'll say this, through the neutral zone, there were times we really missed Barkov tonight. I mean, you could see they were giving us nothing through the neutral zone, and we couldn't even carry the puck in. You have to just rim it in and go get it. And tonight we did a really good job of that. I felt like this was kind of not a series, a game that we are still okay without Barkov and Kachuk, because Cody talks about it all the time. They don't really have a true star right there, right? So it kind of is like structure versus structure, who plays better. And guys like Lundell and Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe, Brad Marchand, those are, in my eyes, I'm not saying equivalent, but are around the level, you know, I think could play up to the level of an Aho or a Svechnikov or an Ehlers on a given night. So I feel the personnel was just more even. And I really think, I mean, Bussy was outstanding tonight. I mean, really, I mean, he was highly touted in Boston. I was talking to somebody tonight, actually, who's familiar with the Boston, you know, organization. And at the game, actually, tonight, I ran into him. He says they really liked Bussy. They actually thought they were going to be able to keep him, and then Florida snagged him. And when they originally, a couple years ago, were trying to trade Omar, because remember the summer before, when Omar got traded, right before Game 7, there were conversations of Linus Omar going to potentially Kirby, I think, to Edmonton or New Jersey. Where was it? LA. That's what it was.
It was in season. They had a trade for him to go LA, but he nixed it because he had the NMC or NTC. I don't remember.
Okay.
But NTC is basically an NMC. So basically,
their plan then was to go trade Linus Ullmark for a center, Elias Lindholm, which would have required a three-way deal, I think, because Vancouver had him at that point. But they wanted to move Ullmark out to LA, and then they would have been more comfortable having Brandon Bussy as the backup. Not saying more comfortable. They would have been
RC.
fine with it. Welcome, RC.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Upgrading to a gold member, I think. RC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, appreciate you, RC.
There we go.
But
so
they were very
nice perks there for the gold members. Yeah.
They were very comfortable with him, and a guy that, you know, they had a conversation. They were like, they wanted to keep DiPietro and Bussy. They didn't end up keeping him, and Florida got him, and then he went on waivers, and you kind of knew
because of the cut down.
So, I mean, good player. I feel that I haven't watched many Carolina's games this year. I always thought, you know, well, it's that defensive game that they have a lot of structure in front of him. He's a good goalie, but, you know, maybe amplified by matchup. I mean, it wasn't that tonight. I mean, he really was good.
I'm going to fire up Nick real quick.
Uh-oh.
Man, what do you think Ehlers was trying to do with Lundell there?
I think Ehlers is.
Let it rip, baby. I know your truth. I know him. He's holding it in.
Nikolai Ehlers is the most overrated player in the NHL. A talented
Hold
guy.
on. Don't get the chart boys upset. They're going to come in here.
Look,
upset.
There's a
There's a
reason why he
reason.
didn't play first line minutes in Winnipeg.
When it's one coach, it may be,
Dmitry Filipovich is going to come in here.
when it's. I'm not trying to go at any analytic people. This is just my opinion.
No,
When
I'm telling you, that's the truth.
when it's one coach, maybe it's the coach. When it's two coaches, maybe the player. When you suck for
When
three
it's three
coaches, it's definitely the player. So,
You know,
and I think again,
You know what
I
Paul
think,
Maurice was dealing with a little bit in Winnipeg.
well,
That
I
was
mean,
only one of
I feel first of all, Maurice had him, and
Maurice had him.
But I like on our game tonight. I really did like our forecheck. I really kind of felt like we've gotten to our game here, and I honestly think this might have been our best game. Like when you consider the pressure we were generating and the offensive
our
chances.
best game where we were down a goal or two or three.
Well, I think I think our puck retrieval was pretty damn good tonight. I mean, there have been moments in the year where we struggled with that, even in this road trip.
Are you saying one of our best games too? Because outside of the Ekblad Forsling played in, like we played kind of mistake-free hockey and pretty clean.
It was kind of the quintessential game, like a Paul Maurice masterclass.
Playoff game, like let's limit mistakes here.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll admit it. I was more worried than I should have been on the team. I was very worried about the road trip, to be completely fair with you. That's what I had.
This recent one?
Yeah, I mean,
when they put themselves in that big hole.
When you put yourselves in that big hole and you're going on a 4-game road trip, even the Columbus game that we won, it wasn't a great sign. I mean, the defensive miscues in that game were just outrageous. And, you win a game.
Told you, the Islander game was a good sign.
That was the good sign. And then you go and win a Utah, you go and get shellacked by Colorado, which everybody gets shellacked by Colorado, which is.
And that helped to be in a back-to-back.
But hey, I guess here's the now Nick's here. I gotta take my W in front of Nick.
Here we go.
Because I told you, Nick, the solution to our scoring woes in the room.
I'm just going to say this, Cody. Don't count out a trade just yet. All right.
I never said there wasn't going to be a trade.
Listen.
No, Nick. If there's a trade happening, my window, you know what it was? Post Thanksgiving to the Christmas freeze. That was my window. And if it's a couple days after, you should still give it.
Well, Philip Deneau, I know you guys know, just got traded to Montreal. So they got a second-line center now. He goes back.
But are you saying Florida was in on him?
No, I'm not saying Florida was in on him. Don't try to get me to say something. But I know they're in on a center. I mean, I was told a name a couple of days ago. Sean Corrali they're looking at. So
this is news here.
So they're looking at Sean Corrali, and they're looking at some other forwards. I mean, that kind of fits the mold. As I alluded, remember when we were talking about Oscar Sundqvist a couple days ago?
Chris Scott brought it up.
And I mentioned veteran center. I had an inkling that they were looking at a veteran center, which is why I decided to bring it up.
But Corrali, but they're not looking at Sundqvist.
But the W I'm taking on is the fact that when I said the solution was in the room, you said I was, and I quote, hoping.
No. I said the solutions
that's what you said.
You were hoping.
That's exactly what you said.
First of all, there was no sign that Verhaeghe and Bennett were getting out of that slump anytime soon. And going to be completely fair, they picked it up at a perfect time because
they did.
And they did. On that road trip, though, if that road trip went how we all were expecting it to go, this is a completely different conversation.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing as the Homestead.
And I will say this, fine, Cody.
The Homestead should have went better.
I'm gonna be a good sport. Cody, you were right. I was wrong on this. Yeah, Cody was right, and the solution was in the locker room. I do think, however, we could benefit from some more depth because the natural progression of an NHL
you always make moves. That
I think forward depth, even defensive depth, Kirby. I saw your tweet. Will help, and I think that's always necessary for sure. I mean, Sam Bennett.
Shout out to Brent Rocker. You put it on the Brent notes, and everyone was sending it to me.
He did.
But I'm like, again, I was the one that let everyone know last year Marchand and Bennett were coming back, right? Like before Chris Johnson, before Elliot Friedman. So hey, just lock in here, right? And Nick mentioning Crowley. I haven't heard that.
So, I mean, they're looking at centers. They're looking at other forwards too.
What do you want more? Because I asked this earlier to Cody. The center or the defense? We'll get into it tomorrow night a bit more.
That's a good question. I didn't mind Balinskis or Petrie up until tonight, really.
I thought this was Balinski's like worst game of like.
He made a big mistake in the.
Well, even Petrie did. Petrie, I mean,
Petrie did get that one puck deep through.
I think
but turn that puck over behind the net. Remember, Nick, I told you about that area that is worrisome for Balinskis.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, Carolina wasn't giving us much, Kirby. I mean, they really were suffocating at points in this game. And look, I think there's positives to be taken away with the bottom pair lately. Tonight, it wasn't so good, but I think that's nice depth to have. If you go get a defenseman here, which, Kirby, we've been told that that's more than likely going to be the case. The Kulikovs comes back. You go get this defenseman. Now you really have some defensive depth where it's like, okay, Balinskis, Petrie, I mean, get a veteran, you get a guy that's played a while for you back there. I think it's a nice potential option. And, story of the
defense over the forward.
Story of the season is we're second in the division, and Barkov and Kachuk haven't played a single second.
Yeah.
And we have a chance to jump into first place tomorrow.
I just want to add, Cody, to that. I don't think it's the worst case in the world, and fans rolling their eyes at me right now. But hey, fast forward ahead in 6-8 months and come back to me. I said it's not the worst case in the world if we make Kulikov into a 6 by the guy we bring in, making him the 5.
That's where I wanted him last year. Schmidt became a 5 when you really think about how
Schmidt became the 5 in the postseason.
That's in the postseason. So you take a look. I think Kulikov is a decent to good 5, but I think
he's getting older.
He's getting older. He's getting hurt.
We're trying to age him.
He is, Cody.
He is older, and I think
he ain't trying to age Montour when he was here, but God forbid.
He's playing 1,000 games like Jeff.
I think Kulikov being number 6 with, I mean, is he going to be playing on that
That's like, this is a championship team, number 6. We're not talking about, a non-playoff team. Cody.
I'm not going to say anything, obviously, but with the prospect.
But the guy that we would bring in could be higher up than
the prospects we bring in, not the prospects we bring in, the guy we bring in could really elevate that bottom pair, and it really could help.
Who that guy is? Again, I have no idea, but we will see.
We will see. Well, Kirby might know. But I mean, I feel that how do I want to word this? The way things are looking now, and some things that are being said when it comes to injury recovery and trades and everything, we're in a good spot. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it really does. And all I'm going to say is this. March, that's 7 months. By the time the playoffs start in April, that's 8 months from the Barkov injury. Right in that timeline. So it was 7 to 9 months.
Agree with you, Beef Cat.
I miss Barkov though. I keep looking at highlights of like the run from last year. I'm like,
I can't watch them because they're so painful to watch. Barkov.
I'm just like, I miss him.
Cody, do you miss having somebody carry the puck through the neutral zone that cannot get it taken off their stick?
I miss having a guy that could just rip a puck, go the other way on a 2-on-1, and do whatever the hell he wanted with it. And I miss a guy that, just completely neutralizes the other team's top line.
Had an NHL Carolina Hurricane follow me on Twitter just now. I don't know if that's a good thing.
But
anyway,
Nick, I have a question for you.
Okay.
True. I actually know. Who are the Panthers tied with for the second most goals in the Atlantic Division? And I guess a bonus question is, who's won?
I don't want to say who I think's won because I really don't like them. Is Detroit won?
Detroit is not one. We actually have more goals than them.
Fucking right we do. In the Atlantic?
Yes. Who's tied with us? Tampa? We have more goals than Tampa.
Is it Boston?
Boston's number 1.
Damn, what the fuck, man.
Granted, they played an extra game, but they would have to score 4 or 5 goals to overtake that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look here. Yeah, they do. Holy shit. Wow. That's incredible.
We are
by the way, I'm sure you guys have
Montreal.
already talked about it. What the hell would we do without Brad Marchand? I mean, what would we do without Brad Marchand?
What's funny is he became somebody that put us over the top, but now he's important. It's just and it says who is on the line if we add a D, Petrie or Uvis?
I think
I don't have an idea.
I mean, I think Uvis. I think Petrie stays in there.
Yeah, I think if Kulikov comes
But
back,
Maurice likes Balinskis. I mean, it's been shown over the last. I mean, when he said there's a guy I really like at a training camp here, we had no clue who it was, and then it was Balinskis that it was revealed it was Balinskis. I'm like, what the fuck is he seeing that I'm not?
Oh.
What the fuck? Like, he's obviously the head coach. I mean, I'll just say this: Balinskis. I was getting him and Luke Coughlin mixed up in that freaking first training camp. Kirby, remember Luke Coughlin?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was getting them mixed up. That's how bad I thought Balinskis was.
Man.
But
he's worse than Balinskis behind the net. I'll tell you that.
But I mean,
Balinskis is strong.
I'll never forget the one guy I loved at the first prospect camp I've ever went to, and he signed with freaking Ottawa.
Yeah.
Jibril Torre. I'll never forget.
Oh my gosh, she's like 6'8".
And he was moving like a freaking.
I'm not going to say the other number, but I'm not going to say the number below.
Yeah, Cole was excited.
But if I told you guys that Brad Marchand would be tied for 5th in the NHL in goals before the season started, and we are in mid-December,
I would have said, ain't no fucking way Morgan Geegee's ahead of him. That's what I would have said.
I am telling people this week, and we did it on our latest podcast episode, Nick. He's going to the Olympics.
I saw your tweet. There ain't no decision to be made when it comes to Brad Marchand.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that's what Pierre LeBrun.
I know that's what they're saying. There ain't no way he's not going.
And listen, Sam Bennett has played great the last couple weeks. Let me just preface this. The fact that if there should even be a conversation between who you're taking, Sam Bennett, Brad Marchand,
there's a gap,
and Tom Wilson.
There's a gap at the top.
You got shame on you. There shouldn't be a conversation there.
People told me it is a conversation, Cody. When I put
how
I'm like, it's Marchand, big gap, then the other two.
Marchand shouldn't be in the same tier as those other two. No disrespect to those other two. No,
but again, that's what the NHL Insider said, and I'm like, and also the Crosby factor. He's going to play.
I have a question. If that's the conversation you're having, are you worried about the rest of the roster? If that's the conversation they're having?
Well, not completely. I think that's one of the conversations they're having. So I'm not worried about that completely. But Cody, if you're telling me Sidney Crosby isn't watching Brad Marchand this year and say, I'd like him to be on my line. Now, if he was struggling this year and looked all of 36, 37.
I don't even think you believe in that take. No. Wilson over Marchand.
What? He doesn't have the
Granted, for those who don't know, Kirby is Canadian here on the top left.
No way.
Just,
you're
no
pointing
way. And that's not my bias.
No, I'm pointing this way towards Kirby.
No, that's not pointing towards him. You're pointing to the post game. This thing's all inverted.
Nick's here.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
no, Cody's the other way. Am I pointing at you, Kirby?
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm pointing at Cody.
Okay, I don't want to. I'll have to look at
it. All right, so Kirby's right there.
Yes.
I don't think it's close. If anybody's out, it's Bennett.
And y'all are making it out.
If you're saying
it's not close.
If you're saying Wilson's not close.
Hey, wait. New Year's Eve, we're going to be here. I'm going to be here with my Canadian crew. Come back. If I'm wrong, come back. I'll be.
Can I just join so I can have an American reaction to it?
I don't want trolling.
I'm not trolling.
When's USA announcer lineup? New Year's Day?
I think New Year's Day or something like that.
Okay.
But no, it's not close. It's like if it's close, you're only bringing size into it.
Yeah, and Marchand could play on the second line. Tom Wilson can't play on the second line in the Olympics. There's no way.
Brady Bunch. Oh yeah, thank goodness you guys are in the Brady Bunch opener. But hey, we have no idea. I mean, on my screen, Kirby Stamite is right there.
Man, I'm heating up here. I don't know if it's my furnace or I got the fever going. But man, I'm getting hot down here.
Hey, it's at least your furnace works. So
had to do some fixes, man.
But if that's the conversation, then for Team Canada, I would laugh my ass off if Marchand's left home. There's no way. I don't think it happens.
I think they're making them out. What if Brad Marchand was on Toronto or some other team right now? I don't think it would even be a discussion. Is it because it's Florida? I don't know.
Like Brad Marchand were on Toronto, Craig Berube wouldn't be losing his job in about a week.
Well, where's the bell? Where's the bell? By the way, shout out to our boy Zach Phillips. Whoa, what a post!
I'm sorry, Zach. I really thought you guys were gonna figure it out. I don't know now. I don't know now.
I don't know either.
Holy shit! You hear that rumor about DeBoer, right?
What, him coming to Toronto?
Yeah.
I think Tortorella should go there, and he's just gonna rip into the guys. He won't care.
Oh, Torch versus the Toronto media. Torch hated the New York media.
He's like,
how the hell would he do in Toronto? Like him and the late great Larry Brooks used to get into it.
You guys are out to get a satellite dish or something.
Did you guys see Lane Lambert? His press conference. There was one reporter in the room for his press conference, and it was Seattle's employed reporter. They blocked the. Don't take this from me. I heard it on Steve Dangle, so it could be wrong, but apparently they blocked the other reporters from going in and asking the questions, and then they apologized the next day.
Oh, wait, so it was just a Seattle reporter?
It was just one guy. He asked him 4 questions, and then he left. So,
well, Seattle's in the news right now, Nick.
You know what I would have done if I were Lane Lambert after he was done asking those questions? Like, any other questions? Nope. See ya.
Like, have a nice day.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Like, that is actually kind of hilarious. But, I mean, nothing's going right in the world of Ontario right now.
As Kirby says, clip it.
Clip it.
We can't say what he said, but you can find it on Twitter.
We heard.
We heard. We shared.
We heard.
Do I think he should have got suspended for it? No.
Guys, hey, it was brought up on air. I was going to mention this to you off air. What do I tell you guys all the time about a hot mic? I'm the trained one here. I told you guys, always pretend like the mic is hot. Right? When we come in at the beginning or at the end, I'm like, come on, guys, let's clean it up here, you know. But again, like people said, saying that to someone is different than saying it to your buddy or saying it to your coworker. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens there.
Yeah, I will. I mean,
everyone online seemed to take it in pretty good.
Can you imagine you're driving in your car and you're listening, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Earmuffs.
Listen, you can't take your hands off the steering wheel to cover your kid's ears. You're just gonna have to lower the volume. I mean, fuck.
Well, Timmy, yeah, well, you're just gonna have to accept it.
Yeah. We're gonna be back for After Dark again. We're gonna break down the Blues game, and then we're gonna go into some, things going on around the NHL. We've got questions as well from the community that we're gonna bring here ahead of time. That we're gonna do our best at answering, guys. So make sure you do some of your research on that before tomorrow night.
Just how the hell did we win this game? How? Like half of Twitter's going off about the Seth Jarvis trip. Like it's a no.
I do hope he's okay.
I do hope he's okay. It was a trip.
But I didn't see it.
No, it was. It was.
That's Cody saying it was.
It was.
I got
Here's the thing: don't blow a 3-0 lead, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's okay. I mean, he's having a really good year.
No, he's my favorite player by. I mean, one of my.
Does everyone see why I have him on
honestly? I know it's not a much.
Yep.
I know it's
Cody.
I know.
I see why. It's just. I don't know.
Deny that,
I know it's not a much consolation, but I was very fortunate it wasn't like a lower body thing with the leg, because that's what I was initially.
He broke his wrist. He'd be out for the Olympics.
Well, I didn't see. I thought it was.
I thought it was his
initially
because he was holding like his arm.
I thought it was his leg, so thank God it wasn't. I mean that.
Well, the leg would be even worse than the wrist.
So,
but if it's a rib,
it's not a wrist.
If it's a rib, everyone's gonna like. I'm like these hockey players. They could play through it.
I wonder if it's a sternum.
Now that would be a little longer than ribs.
No, that because it was a little bit more higher up. It was right around here. So I wonder if it's a sternum.
Well, they don't show anything on the jumbotron there.
Yeah, no. And I don't want to show that play because it's like it's just not good. But
I gave Randy and Goldie a lot of credit tonight, but what were they doing on that kick goal? Go back and watch the broadcast next year at the game. They were lost. I'm like, it's Jarvis. It's Jarvis. He's kicking the puck.
They didn't see it. They didn't see who was kicking
They
it.
thought
And
it
they
was
have
goal.
all the replays.
No.
And
What
they
happened?
had
What
it,
made
like
it?
zoomed in, like they need LASIK. Like I
Like-
got LASIK. They had to
like-
zoom in so they could see it.
I knew it was a kick because Bob immediately signaled that's a kick.
And he went like this.
And then I'm looking on the Jumbotron. The people around me were like, where are you talking about? Because the puck's kind of in the middle.
But
You
Goldie
can
and
see
Randy
it.
were listening to the ref saying goalie interference. I'm like, that's not what it is.
Like no,
Well, no,
like
because that's what they said in the
Yeah,
arena. The
and
ref
what's-
initially said they are challenging for goalie interference.
and then it
Weinhardt
cuts
skates over and says, "No, we're going for."
no, but
Yeah,
it
but
cut,
like Goldie and Randy went with the ref, Cody.
But here's the thing: it cuts to Paul Maurice immediately after. He goes, "We're not challenging. We're not challenged for goaltender interference." And and I'm watching the play. I'm like, "Is that not a kick?" And I'm like, I'm staring. Like,
It wasn't
that's a.
Svechnikov. I'm like, it's the guy in the middle of the pile.
I'm staring. I'm like, that's a kick.
I
Like,
haven't watched
like,
it.
and here's the thing, and
You got to watch it, Nick. It's crazy.
and here's the thing. It was just like, and if someone was in their kitchen listening to that, the cameras views, they were, oh boy, Oklahoma is going to lose.
Tough shit.
What was so bad about it is they kept showing the cam above the net, but Jarvis was outside of there.
Yeah,
But they have more angles, Cody, in the broadcast booth than we have. And even the angles they were showing on TV, you could see that it was the kick.
Yeah, I'm like, because here's the thing, I felt like I was getting gaslighted. I'm like, is this not a kick? Am I not looking at
Like,
this?
am I seeing things?
I'm like because here's the thing, like I'm at my desk right here, my TV's right there, and I was playing like I said, I can play video
Missed out
games.
the first one, but the first replay,
Yeah.
I saw it right away.
And I was like playing video games with my friends, and I just look, I go, man, that's a kick. And they say goaltender interference, like, no freaking way is goaltender, that's a kick.
Yeah,
Am I
what?
tripping?
I'm like, where's the interference? I'm like, it's the kick. I'm like, yeah, exactly, Cody. I was so flummoxed by that. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
He means the Miami Hurricanes, not the Carolina Hurricanes. The Miami ones. I hope. I'm pretty
I don't
sure he
know what's
does.
going on in the chat right now. Appreciate everyone being here.
He's referencing because the Hurricanes playoff game is tomorrow at noon. So, like, but we're going up against the ailing St. Louis Blues tomorrow.
that means that expect a fucking loss because that's the only thing that makes sense.
because we play good against good teams, bad versus bad teams.
I want to say right now, you guys always make fun of them. Jordan Binnington, especially Hofer, they're on one right now. They both have been playing good here this week.
I mean, didn't Binnington just lose the other night?
I think he had like 32 or 34 saves in the loss. I think it was a 1-goal loss.
Okay, but right now, currently out. I mean, the Blues are shattered by injuries. They are currently missing Torrey Krug. Oh, like Krug's basically retired at this point. Alexei Torpchenko, Jimmy Snuggerud, Jordan Kyrou, former Panther great Nick Bukestad, and Dylan Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway just went on long term here. But Cody, they've also moved up a little bit past a couple of teams in the Western Conference in the basement.
Yeah, because they aren't as bad.
But there's a group of them there.
I know. I said earlier, the bottom 7 teams in the league are all in the Western Conference.
Now, does Chicago fall down there, or do they move up and stay up with that group with San Jose and
Probably fall because Bedard's out.
Still, it is December. It's going to be December 20th.
Yep.
There's no team in the Eastern Conference still
Below 500.
record with below 500. Every team is at least NHL 500 or above. That is unreal. One loss separates you from number 1 and number 2 in your division to being outside the
And
playoffs.
The
in
only team that doesn't have more wins than regulation losses are the Columbus Blue Jackets. Everyone else has more wins than regulation losses.
Like even Buffalo's like
They're
not
15-4. This is probably their best start in forever. And they're still in last.
I mean, when you really think about it, like this is probably where in a normal year they'd probably be 4 points looking back of a playoff spot, which
Yeah.
they kind of still are. I mean, when you really look at it, but they'd be like right there.
But they're 6 out. And by the way, we're going to talk Buffalo tomorrow night with their new general manager now. So that'll be on the docket. But you look at the West, it's just It's trash.
So the season ended today, which it doesn't. We'd be playing the Boston Bruins in the first round.
Wow.
No, you wouldn't. If the season ended
my
today,
gosh.
if the season ended today, we'd be playing the Montreal Canadiens.
No, because Montreal has less regulation wins. Oh, but they have a game in hand.
Yeah, so higher points percentage.
Yeah, that's right. Why did it literally just showed Boston in second and Montreal in third? They just switched it.
I just saw a comment in the chat about nightmares. Goldie mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast tonight, or pretty early on, he's like, Carolina is dreaming about Bobrovsky. I'm like, I don't think it's dreams. I think it's nightmares.
It's nightmares. Like
Wrong choice of words, Goldie.
they have nightmares about Sergei Bobrovsky and Igor Shesterkin.
They're waking up in cold sweats worse than I am right now with this cold and flu.
Like I guess Bob's
Bitching
there.
about it. Fuck.
Is Bob like their version of like us versus Vasilevsky?
Yeah, at that point. I think it could be worse, Cody, because how deep it was in the playoffs of them going to a Stanley Cup final, not being there since, 2006? Just saying. But wow. What a night.
Like,
what fucking night it is. And we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yes. All of us will be back.
I think. I don't know. Fuck.
Jeez, Nick, we got to do the Knicks ride or die. I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow night, but we got to get back to doing that.
We have been on here pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Christmas freeze.
This is probably our 8th. I think this is our 8th stream/video podcast in the last 10 days.
Yeah, and then getting the Olympic stuff done. But like we couldn't wait to get done during Christmas break there because like we're still going to try to get a Winter Classic episode after Christmas.
I might have to join you from the Smoky Mountains and around that time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Wawa's don't sound too bad right now. If I was down south, I'd probably go to Flanagan's.
I had that for dinner tonight.
Oh, I had a really bad craving for rib rolls the other day, and I was so
and
pissed.
It took a while, and I didn't get a free fucking meal out of it. But whatever. I'm not gonna. That's still.
That happened 3 years ago.
I don't care. It's the principle of it. It's bullshit.
For those who don't know, me and Nick and our boy Vince, who usually on, but he's pretty busy with the Miami Hurricanes right now. We went out to eat before the the rookie camp at a wing. We went to Wings Plus, and
maybe don't tell this story. That might ruin a sponsor opportunity in the future.
No, we love Wings Plus. Great customer service. But Nick was just jealous.
It didn't even take that long. Like I still don't, for the life of me. Even Cody was surprised.
Hey, Wings Plus, if you could sponsor us, we would love it. We love Wings Plus around here. Which Flanny's location?
Barrett, yes, I am.
Bird, Kendall, or Hialeah? Honestly, my grandmother, God rest her soul, lived right off Bird Road. So I used to go to that one when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh,
but
that's like legendary. Living.
Next
right
question
next
from Merrick.
I love that.
From MW.
You going to the game tomorrow?
Yes, I am. I will. Are you going? If you're going to the game tomorrow, don't be afraid to DM me, or DM Kirby because I don't do the best job of checking my text. But let me or Kirby know, and we'll meet up. But the thing about Flanagan's is, I've always kind of lived, so when I was growing up, there wasn't really any Flanagan's near me. It was always out east. It was always it wasn't really close. So like we never had it. And then I remember like we used to go to my grandfather's house and he would always take us to Flanagan's. Flanagan's like a South Florida fucking staple, dude. I mean,
when Kirby comes down, whenever that is.
Kirby comes down, it's like, first of all, funny
there.
When Ryan Chinura came down from Edmonton and cursed us to lose a 3-0 series lead, which is what sparked all that, by the way. First thing we did after picking him up from the airport is we took him to Flanagan's. First thing. He'd been in Florida for 20, 25 minutes? And he's already at Flanagan's.
Oh,
Kirby, you're going to get that same treatment.
Look at this one, dude. Cannot believe we left with 4 minutes left thinking it was over, only for it to be tied when we get to the...
You know what Jessica Blaylock said on the broadcast? Like me and Cody have got yelled at before from our own community and fans. It's like, never leave the game early.
Never do it.
Hey, I've never been proven wrong to do so, but I didn't do it
until there's 4-0.
Oh man, I really enjoyed Ryan.
Don't worry about going to Flanagan.
Only Kirby knows. Only Kirby knows. I had a really damn good time watching Sam Reinhart tonight.
Can we get some Nick and Kirby W's on that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you a funny story off air, Kirby. I think
Okay. I wish you could get on there. Could the person come on and tell the story?
I don't think they want to.
They better be watching this, Nick. They better be watching.
Look at
Sounds
this.
like they are.
I gotta do this comment because it's kind of funny. The Department of Panthers team was funded the same refereeing nut job. By the way, let me just preface this by saying this: you guys got gifted a power play goal with the Marchand trip. By the way, just saying that one. Secondly, you blew a 3-0 lead. If you don't blow that lead, you're not mad right now. Jarvis is still playing, but no,
they're not mad right now. They're saying thanks for Bussy. Bussy owns the Panthers, stuff like that, right?
We won.
No, but that's what the memes would have been, and the gifts.
I know, but like,
I would have had some fun, Brandon Bussy memes.
Was it a penalty? Yes.
Let's just say that.
But could you guys have avoided the whole thing? Yes. So.
Okay, can I just say something on the leaving early part? If it's like 3-0 with like 2 minutes left, 3-4-0, 2 minutes left, fine. Or like if there's less than a minute, if there's 30 seconds left,
6-0, 5-0.
Kirby, you tell me 3-4-0 with a minute and a half, 2 minutes left.
3-0 with 2:45 left, you can come back.
Kirby, you could tell.
You can tell.
Matthew,
you can tell from the game tonight.
Thoughts?
No, I knew.
Where's Matthew tonight? I thought Matthew was coming on the stream. Where are you, Matthew? I thought he was.
We were going to talk about 9. Apparently, you
were talking about 9 tonight with Cody. It was going to get very spicy. Oh, Cody's ready. Cody's ready for you, Matthew. Matthew, you better be here during the holidays to come on.
Matthew,
we'll wait for D'Lo as well. Chris with a K. Matthew was our guest tonight. This is supposed to be community driven.
There's no second hour guest, Matt. I'm the second hour guest.
Second hour, you're not popping in like that. You got to be here the whole time. Yeah, Nick can drop in whenever from the ring. The community guest has to be here before we go to air and prep, right, Nick?
Damn right.
Second hour. What the fuck do you think this is? Faces?
Okay. What did I say in this economy about? What did I say?
No, he's saying you being here in this economy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Chris with a K there. He'll be back with us. He's off for the next couple weeks, I think. So we got to get him back in the rotation here for the post games. Well, we appreciate you guys all being here.
I'll say this about Carolina. I honestly think it was a well-played game tonight, though. I really did think that they played well. Bussy was very good.
Anderson healthy? Is he healthy?
I don't know, but I mean, look, they're still a really damn good team. I mean, their structure is just – I know they blew a 3-0 lead, but, I mean, it was like a couple of broken plays, and I thought we played really well tonight. I still think, like, that's an impressive win against Carolina, and I thought it was kind of a pretty even game. I think they did some really nice things in the second period, first 10 minutes. I really liked the first 10 minutes. So, up and down throughout it all, but this is the most promising stretch of hockey. And I'll say this is the best coaching job that Paul Maurice has done.
Okay, we're going to answer this question tomorrow night because it's one of the ones from our fans. But what has been that driving force? And you can't say loose though. So think of your answer, and we're gonna.
I already know my answer.
I want to hear in depth on it because I'm kind of struggling at.
I already know my answer.
Okay, well I'll save it for tomorrow night, and I want
maybe.
And by the way, Kirby, we
Yeah.
You saw that what cross check? If you think that's a cross check, you haven't seen a cross check.
Cody's gonna be here all night with the Hurricanes fans. Nick.
Beef Cat, you know what I'm talking about. This year
that drove Cody the most nuts was Carolina Hurricanes content creators and fans when we had to do the preview shows for that. Not the Maple Leafs, not the Bruins, definitely not the Rangers, not the Oilers. Avery was great. The Carolina Hurricanes drove Cody up a wall.
Yeah, we're gonna get the goaltending edge because we got goaltending depth. All right, you played both goalies. You still got your ass kicked. What the hell's the difference? Good goaltending, that buddy.
Bob gave one a kick to the gut and another one to the chin. He was like Walker, Texas Ranger.
And you know what's funny? I'm gonna say this now.
Bruce Lee.
Why did Carolina not challenge on that first goal?
Was it goalie interference?
I thought it was.
Well, maybe they didn't want to risk giving him a power play. And
here's what happened. And you know what's funny? I thought Carolina fans would be more mad at this, and I would understand it. Marchand cup checked Bussy.
I didn't see that.
He cup checked him. Like, cup checked him. That's why Bussy
9
fell.
didn't have us for a while, Matthew
It's
H.
like,
Remember, the only reason we tied this game up is because number 15 saved the day.
Okay, before
9 still don't got us.
Before Cody jumps in, Cody, before you jump in on that, I just want to say to Jeremy and Matthew, the Carolina Hurricanes fans are whining as much as Lamar Jackson stands. But go ahead there, Cody.
Like,
That was an unnecessary shot at Lamar.
Yeah, they're both the same, both losers.
I dislike 9 for the first set. You didn't? He was demoted the first half of the year.
Matthew's hockey knowledge, may I just say,
No, your hockey
it's not his own. It's like, have you see those Twitter pages?
Erratic.
My opinions are not my own. Or my
Not as I was going to say erratic times. Matthew's coming at me with smoke on 9. I'm like, take it up with Cody. Why are you coming at me for it?
And here's the thing.
Okay, I'll just say this. I don't
He's
think
making $8 million, Matthew. It's nice that he's showing up for the season. Go ahead, Nick.
Please, some of you saw that boarding up. They were saying
I don't know what you're talking about with the boarding. I didn't see
like
that.
Slavin got slammed like by Greer, and that's why
I
Hall lit him up in the
yes, I
corner.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
take-
Greer got popped the next shift. Okay, look, we play on the edge a little bit. The reffing was The reffing was awful on both sides. Panthers, by the way, leading into that Marchand trip, the cross-check trip, whatever you call it, they missed an interference call on the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Cody said there was missed calls on both sides.
There's missed calls on both sides. I do think it was a trip on Rodriguez. Do I think it was malicious? No, it's a trip.
No. There's nothing malicious about that play. It's just Jarvis is flying, and he gets the trip, and it's not a major penalty because the guy got hurt. Jarvis was flying. Like, his name is playoff. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Sam Bennett, and I got to say this.
Hey, I just got to say this on Matthew. I guess the three of us don't know.
But here's the thing,
Don't
Matthew.
know what we're doing here.
Hold on a minute. Go take a look at the points. Team leaders. Number 15. He ain't even the highest scoring center on our team, Sam Bennett.
I love how Panther fans and even the guys in our community, I love you guys all, but like, where's the credit for Lundell on a lot of nights? It's just like, just push him off to the side.
And here's
He's a dog. He's a dog.
And here's the other thing. With Bennett, he should have had 4 points versus LA.
Yes.
But they blew a 3-0 lead. Be mad at that. Don't be mad at the refs. Like, here's the thing about Bennett, and I see why you guys like him. He plays at the fast place, physical, in your face.
He's
is
a
a
player. He's a damn good player. Like, he's a really, really good player. Nobody's saying he's not.
But the thing is, with just
going at us here. Like, what's going on?
I don't care. Like, here's the thing.
What's going on?
Here is the thing with Bennett, and I've explained to people why he drives me up a wall, and I'll explain it again. He isn't my least favorite player anymore because Aboqua's usurped him. We play on Tuesday in Raleigh. It'll be feisty. I'm mad at. Hey, listen. And here's the thing. If you guys want to go out or go right ahead, I have no problem with it. You guys going after him for the Slavin hit, I have zero problem.
Hey, we're not angels, we're not saints. But
Cody, no, we're not.
Listen,
Cody, no, hold on, Nick. Cody, who was the dirtiest team in the Eastern?
Oh, by the way, you guys were dirty in the playoffs, not us. In that series, it was you guys. It wasn't.
I will
us.
give this guy credit though. It was a good chat. I do appreciate the dialogue.
Yeah, no, it's great dialogue. And
we do this all the time on our post game shows over on X. So we're used to it.
Bennett was playing with Mackey and Boquist earlier. That was Lundell's line mates all of last year. Like, you give the line mate excuse, but Bennett's been given everything since he's been here. Everything.
Lundell would be playing with Erod and Lusto.
When he got here, he was stapled with Huberdeau. Huberdeau and Duclair, the 9-1-1 line.
Yep. All offensive zone starts for that line, too. And Cody, you know what used to happen? Reinhardt, Marchment, and Lundell were stirring up trouble. And then they're like, hey, Huberdeau, Bennett, jump over the boards. And then they would score.
Even Barkov. Don't disrespect Alexander Barkov like this. My man did something with freaking
Erod and Boquist.
He did something with Michael Scarbosa.
Maxime Mammon.
He did with
Scarbosa with Barkov before.
Like,
I think for a game or two.
For Panther fans, that's a name they probably haven't heard in a minute.
Yeah, I want everybody to go look at game.
Chris Scott's going to run in here. No Barkov slander.
I want to just say this. Coincidentally, against Carolina, go back to game 3 when Barkov had to play with Erod and Boakfist. Barkov had 4 points, 3 or 4 points that game. We blew him out the building. So, and Boakfist had 2 or 3 points, right? And Erod had 2 points. So,
Yeah, but at this,
look, both centers are playing
better.
Very well now.
Yes.
Like Lundell's on pace for 65, 70 points. Bennett's on pace for around 55, 60 points, something like that. And I mean, nobody said he's not a good player. I mean, we just needed more from him, and he's playing well.
And
this is what he needs to do.
And on the team, he's what, 8, 9 best player?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I mean, obviously Forsling's in the top 5. Bobrovsky, Reinhart, Kachuk, Barkov, Marchand, I would probably put ahead of him. Nobody should have a problem putting Marchand ahead. And I will agree with this. Oh, who's number 2 center? We have 2 number 2 centers, by the way.
You know what's funny? We really have 2 second lines when fully healthy, in my opinion.
We do.
It's just whatever line's going that night.
And look,
guys, I just want to add this question from the Hurricanes fan here. I think people are not.
I don't think it's grit you guys lack. I really don't.
We learned from Tampa Bay.
It's not grit you guys lack. It's just you need the upper echelon guys. You need the top ones to start going.
Like, for example,
Cody, they're saying installing Carolina's game. Nick, the only thing we installed from Carolina was maybe their aggressive PK.
Yeah.
We learned from Tampa.
First of all, Rod Brindamore probably learned his penalty kill from
Paul Maurice. Right? That was his coach.
That was his coach. So I think Carolina's penalty kill has been their staple for the last couple of years. And I've always said, rather have a hot penalty kill than a hot power play. And I think it's talent, top-end talent would definitely play a role in it.
It's just
but like, here's the thing. Rarely do you ever see we have top-end talent and then we just install a bunch of bottom 6 grit players and then we're tough, right?
No.
You need a buy-in. And I think they have bought in. Like, look, I don't think buy-in's been a problem for Carolina.
I just think talent has.
I think they haven't been the more talented roster. I think the better constructed team has won the last couple years. I mean, now the New York thing,
you guys blew that one.
Those games, you should have won that. But in reference to the Panthers, I think that number one, the 2023 run, as Kirby just said, you got goal lead in that. I mean, that was just Bobrovsky.
That was J.S. Jaguar levels.
But last year, we were just a better constructed team, and there's always been some caveat there.
Yeah. And the thing is that Carolina, and you go back to all of their defeats and every time they've lost in the playoffs, it's always been to an elite goalie because they don't have like that guy to go and get a goal that they need one. Like, look, in 2018, you ran into Tuukka Rask. In 2019, you ran into Tuukka Rask. The bubble, I think you lost to Boston again. I think you lost to Rask then too. Then 2021, you lost to Vasilevsky. 2022, you lost to Shesterkin. 2023, you lost to Bobrovsky. 2024, you lost to Shesterkin again. 2025, you lose to Bobrovsky again. And your management people knew they needed that upper echelon because that's why they went out and got Nico Rantanen.
Yeah, and if I could just say on the 2023 front that Kirby was talking about here,
that was
the best chance. I genuinely believe Vegas was playing very well. But
Carolina could have made it tough on them.
Carolina could have won that series
because they would have had. Yeah, they had the size. We didn't. We were just too small.
I mean, Carolina. That's a series that was built for them. I mean, now, could you have lost? You know, I mean, Vegas was humming on all ends there, and Jack Eichel was playing at an elite level. But I think Carolina. I'm not going to say the number, but it could have been a series that went past 5 games on to 7 games, and could have flipped either way. I mean, I think it would have been a lot closer than what we did. I mean, we got fucked.
And people get like me and Brendan Moore for saying, "Oh, that wasn't a sweep." It didn't feel.
I understand what he was trying to say. Like the numbers and the play in that series does not indicate it shouldn't have been a sweep. Is probably what he should have said. I mean, they had played better than what the result had showed, and I mean, look, Pacioretty and Svechnikov is on, and Svechnikov really hasn't been the same since then. I mean, you take a look, torn ACL, he hasn't been the same. So, I mean, it's a little concerning now that I'm thinking about that. But, I mean, we'll see what happens here. I think it's going to be Marchment to Columbus. Wow.
What?
Are we going to get a trade here, Kirby? For the
Mason Martin is being dealt from Seattle to Columbus.
That was not.
Yes, I don't have to deal with it. Yes.
No, he is a free agent at the end of the year, Nick. I was told he's going to attack state in the new. I guess that will be after this.
But hold on, let me check something.
A second and a fourth. What the fuck?
Would Cody have given that up?
So those are 2 deals. Are we?
Is there deals happening?
We might want to stay on for a little bit longer. We might want to stay.
I'm almost dead. I got no voice.
Well, fucking grab a tea. I don't care.
grab some soup or something.
Listen,
Campbell's chunky.
Trades happen live. Me and Cody know.
There's not going to be more tonight.
But does Marchment really do much for Columbus?
Cody always thinks that doesn't move the needle when Marchment.
Cody gets a nice pickup for them.
Moves around. Cody, he moves around, but that shows also.
It's a nice pickup, but I feel like that's a move for a bona fide playoff team to make.
So is Seattle just saying like we missed the mark on this move?
For all the people who've been following my fantasy football,
listen,
Drake London will play this week, Kirby.
Yeah, I'm a big Bennett fan. It's hard for me to find fault in his game. He is not part here. I can tell you exact.
In the Cats Rats semifinal.
And Beefcat, I'll be transparent with you. I'll tell you the exact reason why Bennett drives me nuts. 1, it's just the penalties at the wrong times. Like, go back to the postseason. Look how many goals he scored him coming out of the penalty box. Secondly,
what drives me and Nick nuts is his zone entries.
Oh. And this is my biggest one.
And Cody freaking
He's friends with Connor McDavid. You're not Connor McDavid.
Yeah, it's a second.
Aaron Ekblad's friends with Connor McDavid, right?
Yeah, Aaron Ekblad thinks he could do
It's a second and 27 and a fourth this year for Mason Marchment. With Bennett, and this is my biggest thing, him missing the net. It's legit like
tonight he did not, Cody. He had 10 shots on net.
Oh no, he was better tonight. He's been better as of late.
And that's something, right?
But at the beginning of the year,
yes,
he would shoot us out of the zone.
If I could just say one thing regarding the league and the trades, the roster freeze happens at 11:59 tonight. So these are probably trades that were done that are probably going through Central Registry. It'll be similar to, I assume, the trade deadline where there will be maybe if there's another trade.
20-30 minutes here.
The following 12:05, you might get a deal coming through, even though the
20-30 minutes.
The roster freeze is technically closed.
Yeah.
So
until the 27th?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kirby, if you want to provide some context as to why we're staying on, I know you sent out a tweet.
I'm not staying.
It ain't happening tonight.
I'm ready to go. It could happen after the freeze. I said the calendar year preferably is the tweet.
But Kirby, we talked up Dostal and we shouldn't have. He got freaking shellacked tonight.
Yeah,
4 goals on 7 shots.
Lucas Dostal?
Yeah.
Hey, I just said I'm high on the Czech goalies going into Olympics. Write it down.
Canes would die to have a player like Sandman. I honestly thought that's where he was going to go. If he
you
left
guys could have paid him whatever you want. You guys had a lot of money. You guys picked Ehlers.
So sometimes Carey and Martinook are the only players who are good on our team consistently. Maybe we can claim on flavors like Bussy.
I truly believe Carolina was in on Bennett and Tavares.
And Ekblad.
And Marner.
And what?
And Marner. They were in on everybody.
But I think they needed more Bennett and Tavares.
They need a center. I didn't realize this. They moved Stankoven in the center. I didn't even notice that.
They should go get Tage Thompson.
Tage Thompson getting called out right now.
That'll
Is
change.
he?
Yeah, from I think the media, and then the fans said, I think it was Tortorella or something.
Yeah, Stankoven. Yeah, and Jordan Staal still being your second line center. Yeah, that's not going to work. Like if Carolina, Toronto weren't in on Bennett, those GMs should have been fired.
Didn't Marchman just get traded to Seattle?
Toronto was in on Bennett.
He got traded to him in the offseason because it was a cap.
Toronto missed on him. Toronto missed on him twice.
Like a second and a fourth for Marchman, huh?
Well, fuck.
Well, I guess if they don't make the playoffs, they can always flip him again.
That'll be Toronto's chance.
Are they even going to make it at this point?
Kirby, I'm going to let you go off on this take.
Oh, that's not a good take.
Rod the Bot, they even said on the Florida broadcast tonight, he's the franchise. And I've said that all along. He's the franchise. He's the defining piece in Carolina. If you lose Rod Brind'Amour, you're rudderless. You're out of direct. You have no direction, and you're in a different mindset than where you're.
I think if Pete DeBoer's coaching this roster, they're a wild card team at best. I genuinely believe that the roster's not good, and I don't mean not good. The defense is very good. They have some nice players up front, but between the goaltending and the lack of forward depth, that superstar up front. I mean, people forget when Rod Brind'Amour came in for, was it Bill Peters?
That's a name.
And he turned that thing right around. I mean,
they were as mid as
immediately.
I forgot about Bill Peters.
So, I mean, people forget what Carolina was beforehand, and that was not a good roster the first year. They had Curtis McElhaney go to the freaking Eastern Conference Finals. So when they talk about certain things like this, look at the roster. Is the roster genuinely that good? If he's getting to only the Eastern Conference Finals with what they have, what is another coach going to do? And Rod Brind'Amour is considered the best coach in the NHL. I mean, one of, and I truly believe that system carries them so much. I mean, it's incredible it's like unbelievable.
And the minute Carolina, because I've seen Carolina fans, especially after last year, the Eastern Conference Finals loss, were granted granted in that loss, they were missing some defense. They missed Chatfield the whole series. They missed Walker a bit in that series as well. That's why they were forced to play Nikishin and Morrow. And Brind'Amour didn't want to play Morrow because he played in like 3 or 4 minutes one game.
Yeah.
But it's just the minute they fire Brind'Amour, is their collapse.
Everybody's going to want out. You think Sebastian Aho would want to leave at that point? I mean, genuinely.
Yeah, you don't know, just to jump in, Nick, you don't know what guys tie into Rod Brind'Amour that are there now, the core guys. You don't know.
Correct. And I'm just saying, I don't think people understand how. And look, I understand the take. I'm not trying to shit on it. But that system carries the team beyond belief. I mean, I'm honestly scared to see what they would look like without.
Rod Brind'Amour should have a letter on his suit.
I mean, I don't think there is a team that is benefits more from their coaching and their structure than the Carolina Hurricanes.
And the culture.
I mean,
what's their hashtag? Carolina culture. Where does that come from?
Comes from
the owner?
Don Waddell, the former GM.
Like
Eric Tolsky?
With Florida, it's ownership, it's general manager.
Eric Tolsky? Eric Tolsky?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a different type of culture. I didn't know there was a little math.
Fire Rod. The minute you guys fire Rod is the minute I stop,
I don't
you guys
think they're
seriously.
Contenders if they fire Rod Brind'Amour.
And all their fans will regret it. They'll regret it.
Even if the roster stays exactly the same, you can add Nazem Kadri even to that. Without Rod Brind'Amour, it's not a cup contender.
Yeah, and
it does not matter.
And that system masked so many goaltending deficiencies. That's why Freddie's been able to kind of stay in Carolina, seem like he's not as bad. And Kochekov's the same way. He's an aggressive goalie, but still he has his nights where he's leakier than a wood ceiling. It's just
they got to get some star power. I think they were desperate.
I was terrified of Carolina the minute they got Rantanen. I was like, oh shit, because I'm like,
There's the player. There's the player that takes you over the top.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, that's the one.
And then
Like,
they had money to go get like Kadri in the offseason because I know there were rumors about that.
Well, yeah, we were like, how are they going to improve their center?
Well, they were talking about going to get Brock Nelson too. So now you're going to have, oh my gosh, they have
Brock Besser was another name.
But it's like now it's like you had Taylor Hall. Now it's like Aho, Nelson, Rantanen on the wing. You have Taylor Hall. Maybe you get like a Paul Mary there. Oh my god!
But they lose Natchez and they have Svechnikov, and it's like not like what it was.
MJK. A lot of people were saying it. A lot of people were saying Fire Rod.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot within like.
And
even Panther fans think that they should fire him.
Stankoven is a dog. He was one of the only few players that impressed me last postseason.
But here's the other thing. That was by far
it took him a while to get going in that series.
That was by far the worst Carolina Hurricanes roster that they had. I mean, they lost Natchez. They didn't even have Natchez. Then they got Natchez for Rantanen. He's not there. So then you get Logan Stankoven. And then you get Jankowski.
And then you got all these young defensemen on.
And then you have all these guys. And he took him to 5 games against. Look, it's not like you're losing to shitty teams. I mean, like, 2023, I'd argue that
if you guys lost to New Jersey last year, that would have been bad.
Yeah, but I mean, and I don't mean to say it in a, oh my gosh, because we're Panther fans, but there's no shame in losing to the Panthers the way they have been playing the last couple
That's
of
a crazy statement to say after half of our fandom was nothing but mediocrity.
But, right? I mean, when you go look back at it, and it's like, oh, well, if you're losing to the Florida Panthers in this time frame, when you look back in hockey history, they're like, okay, well, that's like for example, we lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like, there's no shame that we lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now,
it was a shame the way we did.
The way we did, but losing wasn't the problem. The way we did, like, lost in 6 games to Tampa. It's like, well, I mean, they're a juggernaut, right? So, I think that you have to look at who you're not just. What your problems are, you have to look at who you're playing, and you have to emulate that. But you also have to, you shouldn't copy them, but you can emulate it. So we didn't necessarily copy Kirby struggling over here. And I'll say this:
push through, damn it.
We saw what Tampa was doing, but we didn't necessarily copy them. We made our own adjustment. We weren't going to get bullied anymore. We didn't copy what did Tampa do in this part, and this part, and this part. And, a lot of people said the Tkachuk trade was an overpay at the time, but you have to overpay to do what you want. And you could technically argue we've overpaid with pretty much every trade we've made since Bill Zito came in, but it works. So you have to overpay. If you feel that's the guy, that's the right fit, you need to overpay in terms.
And the guys that Zito misses on go on waivers, and everyone's going to get mad with the Brandon Bussey thing. If we came in here tonight when we lost, I forgot to mention this, Cody. But
Brandon Bussey was making this roster.
Mad with Heponiemi, they got mad with Lucas Carlson, Denisenko, on and on and on.
Hey, for those who
a player, well, it happens.
I know Nick cares about this, but Jake Paul was knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
Oh, my brother will love that.
Oh, Jake Paul. I'm like, who the? I thought you meant. I for a second I said you thought you were meaning Nick.
That's going on in London, England, or something.
I don't even know. Like, you would love for Nick Paul to get knocked out by Anthony Joshua, because you don't like Nick Paul, do you, Nick?
No, I don't. I do not.
He's not making much of a reaction. Okay.
No, I do not.
No, but
do not.
How the hell did we win this game? I still don't know.
8-2 Dallas. Maybe Anaheim could.
Oh, here's a stat for you. Are
they allowed to leave, Kirby, or do they have to stay?
Who?
The Anaheim fans.
Oh no, they can go.
They can leave. Okay.
But listen,
8 minutes left in the third.
No. What Kirby is referring to is Game 4 Eastern Conference Finals. All you guys leaving in a 2-0 game. No.
First of all, I was there till the very, very end.
And then I'm not talking to you.
Or to those 3-0 lead?
It was 2-0.
No, and then they score to make it 3-0 with like 20 seconds left.
Yeah, but they were leaving before that.
Okay, I left at the 3-0. The second it hit.
I just get mad at fans in general when the puck goes in the empty net and they're just out.
No, but it was also because our fans were getting on Carolina fans for leaving early.
And Tampa.
And I'm like,
and
Tampa. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, we're now.
It's just Hey, appreciate it, Canes. We had a little fun, a little heated discussion with the rest, but hey, they're bad on both sides tonight. We appreciate all fans from all walks of life.
Hey, we dealt with Maple Leaf fans last year.
I'm just happy we have a intelligent Hurricanes fan.
Kirby, we didn't deal with Leaf fans. They dealt with us. All right. Remember that.
Well, except for you in game 2, but
what else do you got, Jeff? I'm almost done here. I'm on E.
Okay, well, we're gonna let Kirby get to rest because
you're on E.
No, I'll wrap up with you guys. What are you guys going? You guys aren't going.
Kirby knows what I feel like. Now Kirby knows what I feel like.
No, this has been a long stream.
Now Kirby knows what I feel like.
I'm gonna be coming on Saturday.
You going right to bed after this? The hell. No hockey for you rest of the night. It's just you in bed.
I don't know. It takes me a while to wind down.
I need to tell you a story after we get off air, Kirby. But anyway, good night.
Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else?
I don't know, Cody. One more segment, right?
No. Let's see. One more.
Only 10 p.m. for Kirby. That's right.
Yeah, he's good. Alabama defeated Oklahoma in the first round of the CFP playoffs.
Just for everybody to take a look at here.
You look like we just lost in the Cup final again. Like
this might feel Vegas and Florida, but
the out-of-town scoreboard. Dallas is up 8-2 with 16 minutes left in the third period.
I just said that. It's on.
Okay, we're pissing Kirby off now. Let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, Kirby's guy Ilya Lyubushkin scored.
I need a hot shower. That's what I need.
Canucks win 4-1 over the Islanders.
I know what you're doing, Cody.
Jets lose 3-2 to the Colorado Avalanche. The Devils win a close 2-1 over the Utah Mammoth.
We do Saturday out of town scoreboard for Saturday.
I do out of town scoreboard every time we're on stream.
This is like NHL 94 here.
And FSU Trash Can player of the game, nobody, because it was a good game from both teams. But anyway, we appreciate everybody for watching here tonight.
Give a thumbs up.
We appreciate the Canes fans for popping in tonight. Look, as long as we keep pissing off Canada, we're all happy.
Oh boy.
Once again, for our gold members, please stay tuned for the next autographed frame contest. This time from Mr. Matthew Tkachuk. The contest will go live the day he returns to the Panthers lineup. Once again, shout out to Les Dunbar, your sports memorabilia store. Check his website out.
We're going to draw it probably the day he plays or the day after. So you guys should sign up as you can.
And then shout out to Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA in Caneswear. But as we sign off here tonight, for Kirby, who's on E, Nick, and myself, we say thank you. And as always, let's go Cats.
Oh.
What's up, Cats and Rats fans? If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button before you head out. If you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. And just like always, let's go Cats.